I wanted to document an objective comparison between Nakamichi 1000 cassette deck and a Pioneer CT-F1000 cassette deck. I can be able to do this now because these are flea market finds and I paid less than $50 for each, so that enables me to put them side by side and do this comparison. Of course they are not at their tip-top condition, over 30 years of life. Some capacitors have dried, some belts are not at the best shape, so it will be also a documentary about how the life has treated these two components. So I'm going to start with the Pioneer, and I'm going to move on to Nakamichi. The things that I will be doing are checking the frequency response and the wow and flutter. To be able to do that, I will be using the Clio from Audiomatica electroacoustic measurement equipment. That's why the PC is on the Pioneer, and both frequency response and wow and filter windows are open. I will be using a Chrome cassette for this purpose. Why? Because it is the common denominator between the two cassette decks. They can both use Chrome tape. And secondly, I'm going to keep the output level of Clio to a level that it won't saturate both decks' input. The noise signal that I'm going to use, or the measurement signal that I'm going to use, will be the pink noise. The good part of pink noise that is generated by Clio is both channels are coherent, so there is no phase delays or magnitude differences between the two channels. That is making easier to channel comparison as well as device to device comparison. So the Pioneer is hooked up to the Clio. Clio's outputs are going into the Pioneer input, and from there we are going back to Clio. Let's first focus on what Clio is generating, and I'm going to hook the input channel of Clio to the output channel, and I'm going to run the pink noise. So we have an internal pink noise generator. I am going to connect the output and input of Clio. You can maybe see Clio started registering its own output. So I'm going to start with looking at what is going on. So I'm going to increase the averaging to have a better view, and I'm going to switch off the auto scaling, and I'm going to increase the scale. So now the divisions are 1 dB. It's kind of okay till 30 Hz, so plus minus 0.5 dB, and at high frequencies even a little bit better. So this is what should we expect if the recorder has this prime. So I'm going to stop this now. And I'm going to disconnect the output from input within the Clio. And I'm going to get the first the Pioneer inside. So I think this side is the size. it immediately registered the ping noise. So I can either adjust the output from here, but I'm going to keep it the same for the sake of having the both inputs the same on two decks. I'm going to keep it at minus 10 dBu level, and let's see channel per channel how it is doing. So first the left channel, I'm going to use the, now that the scale is 1 dB per octave, I'm going to reduce it to 2 dBs per octave to fit as many graphs as possible. And I'm going to red color mark this one, and I am going to go to the channel B. Yeah, the averaging kicked in. We are waiting for it to settle down. Interesting. So as we see, the left and right is almost 108 dB of discrepancy above 10K, and the level meets each other at mid band, but low end is a little bit different, yet not that much. We can call this flat till 90, 80, 70, 60, maybe 50, and we are losing almost 2 dB at 30 Hz, and we know that it is not very dependable around 30 with Clio. So I'm going to stop this now, and let's look at the Volan Flutter. For that we have to change this signal to 3 kHz, which is a NAV standard. We are going to run this signal. So what this graph is showing us, this graph is time on the X scale and variation of frequency in the Y scale. So this scale is 20 Hz. This is plus 10, this is minus 10, this is minus 30, plus 30. So this is, Pioneer is sitting between plus minus 10 Hz. And it says the average frequency is dead 3 kHz. So, and since we are looking at the 3 kHz, the NAB linear is 0.18 or 17 is jumping, 1659 now, and the weighted is 0.17. I'm going to, let's look at the other channel. I don't expect any differences between channels because it's the tape speed that we are interested in, not the sound characteristics. So, as you say, it's quite close. I'm stopping this. Tile them horizontally. This is what we have from Pioneer. I'm going to switch quickly to the Nakamichi, and we will make a comparison.